And did these particular ones have a bimetal on and off switch?
There is a reed switch inside. Whether it was bimetal or not, I'm not sure.
I don't know that.
It's a very intricate system inside there with the big bellows. There's a big bellows that cavity fills.
Yes, yeah.
And then, actually, like you say, there's a lever on top of the bellows.
Pushed them up and down.
Yep. And the little needle valves here, which is the only thing you could regulate the amount of gas to regulate the time.
Yeah. And
quite complex things for the time.
Incredibly clever.
Actually,
man.
someone told me they won a Nobel Prize for saving lives.
Oh, without a doubt.
Because before this, it was all whale oil and
that's it.
Kerosene and whatever they could burn.
But every light ship, remember, well, there was one up.
Yeah, Breaksea Spit.
Outside Thursday Island.
That was the worst station I ever worked on.
Yeah, the
Breaksea
birds.
Spit, light ship.
Yeah, the birds made a bit of a mess
That
there.
thick on the deck.
Yeah.
Not feeling too good at the start. Feeling a lot worse at the end.
But they worked fine there. But how the
surprisingly, they did. These things could just sit up there and keep going year after year.
Never, you know. And like you were saying on this one, this was the original board.
Yeah, for the transport case.
Put over them. And I must have stuck the screws up through.
Oh yeah, the screws came in into the. They even had metal. Very
nice brass
robust. Yeah. We had our own chippies. We must make all this stuff.
That's right.
And they were all part of the team. So,
Well,
can you imagine? This goes into a boat in the rough, and you've got to get it from there to a rock or to a jumping around light ship.
yeah.
So
Oh,
they had to cop a fair bit of a whack.
Oh, hammering. They really did cop a hammering.
Yeah.
And they stood up to it.
They're finally pretty, robust. It's all strong metal.
Yes.
There's
very much
nothing
so.
fragile about them, unless you strike the top here. These
That
burners
was,
are quite
that was
fragile.
the crucial point, as you can see on this one. That one's broken off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know whether you could get the burners anymore for them. Maybe yes.
Somebody's probably got some in a drawer somewhere. One of the old mechanics.
Might come in handy one day. Well, I'm going to talk to my old mate.
When I started in '87, this was just going out. So I worked mainly on pulling the stuff out and replacing it with electronic.
Got a photo, it's out there, a photo of one of these with a totally different, there was quite a few different designs of them apparently.
Oh yeah, well they had some of them clusters way bigger than this.
Yeah.
But that's a 4.
Yeah.
That was a 2.
Yep. And
I think they used to go up to 6 or 8 to get more power. More power. I love the little cups.
Yeah, they
never stopped. They burnt 24 hours a day. And if that little light cup went out,
end of the show.
That was one of the failures. I do remember now. You had to get a little pricker and get the carbon out of this cup. Because that's why it failed.
Yeah.
The pilot went out.
If the pilot goes out, everything's out.
You had to prick that out.
Yeah.
And get it going.
The prickers were the same as the ones on the old Primuses. Remember that?
Very similar. Yeah.
I'm a bit older than you. You might remember the Primuses. But yeah, same pricker.
Yeah.
Didn't take much.
Just get the little build up out.
And Colin, can you tell us about the thermometers?
Oh yeah. Well, this is a really old one. Now in the gas house where the gas was stored, these would be on the wall, and you'd come in with your pressure gauge. So, and you'd do your little bit of paperwork. There was a calculation to do. So you'd have to get the temperature of the gas ring in Kelvin, absolute. Put your pressure gauge on the manifold and get the overall pressure of the gas, and then you'd have to do your calculation, and that would go in the gas book, the gas record, and would tell you if it was going to last till its next scheduled gas change.
Yep.
And if it wasn't,
and that was the
last,
critical.
Yeah. You had a few spare tanks, so you had to put one tank in into the group, and then do another calculation on that pressure. And if that helped get it to the next change, everything was hunky-dory.
Happy. You didn't
But if
answer
it
to the
didn't,
master. Woo.
if there was a leak somewhere, that's another thing. You'd be looking for leaks with bubbly water squirting all around the place, looking for bubbles.
Yeah, still the same.
You probably had 2 spares. So you'd open the second spare, and if that didn't get it to the next change, then you had to put it down for a special visit, and someone had to come and put more gas tanks in.
Yeah.
Otherwise you would have a failure. It'd run out of gas before its next scheduled visit.
And then there was the please explains.
Well, yeah. And this is the other one. This is a more modern one. And with Mr. Hicks in London.
Look, when you look at them and you think that most of these things were designed and built before we had decent lighting or anything in all these factories.
Yes.
You think
Well,
that's
this was
amazing.
all pretty, flash stuff in its day.
Oh,
And these things were, like going to the moon.
I've got a feeling they were prior to the 1800s. Now, am I correct in thinking that?
Let's see, you've got an English one here, and I'm not really up on it because, as I told you, I came in for the lights
Yeah,
just as
later.
all this stuff was getting taken out.
Mm. Yeah,
But it's a very old company. Yeah.
I'll try Googling it and seeing if we can find anything out.
Accumulator. Well, it looks like they may have set up a factory in England. Because I'm sure it was Swedish.
Definitely,
The
Gustav.
Swedish invented it, and perfected it,
Yeah,
and then they sold them all around the world.
Gustav Darling.
Mm.
And you can see the name here, Darling.
Oh, that's the patent.
Yes, the patent was patented to him.
Yeah, I guess that is someone's name, yeah.
Yeah, Gustav Darling. It's
Oh, okay.
Swede.
Yes.
And
But I do believe that's older than that. Or it's just out of a different factory.
I would think so, looking at it. And this is where the bellows would have been in
that's
this,
the
whereas you've
cavity
got a flat.
where the bellows
Come
up
up.
and down, up and down.
Mm.
And there's your adjusters on this one too.
Yeah,
Same set of
there.
adjusters. And that's the needle valves. And that's about all you could touch, and they didn't like you touching much in the field with the gas,
Or the mechanics.
because you could get yourself into trouble. And,
Yeah.
next thing, it ain't working. And then it's a complete.
And then it's fill in another form.
On the radio, we've got lights out here.
Goodness.